Okay, Daniel. Good afternoon, man. How are you?
Good afternoon. I'm fine.
Okay. Today we are going to start with the session number 3. This corresponds to the unit 4. What a story is the name of the topic. Basically, we are going to study today the past continuous versus simple past. We have here grammar focus, past continuous versus simple past. I'm going to widen the here. Okay. Here is an explanation, Daniel. Past continuous versus simple past. Use the past continuous for an ongoing action in the past. Use the simple past for an event that interrupt that action. For example, past continuous. While he was escaping from the bank, simple past. I'm sorry. While he was escaping from the bank, the robber got caught in the revolving door. As Jay was running toward the ball, he tripped and kicked it into the wrong wall. The planets were performing a song when the lights went out. Here you can observe a connection between the past continuous and the simple past. This is an action that starts in the past and continues in the future. This is the purpose. But in this case, past continuous is the action that is performing at the moment that you are talking in the middle of a sentence or in the middle of a conversation, for example. Can you identify the difference, Daniel?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
We use one when we're talking in the present, but taking something is it happened in a few moments. It's
Yeah.
continuing in the future.
Yeah. While he was escaping from the bank, is something that happened when the person who was reporting an action that was happening in the past, but continues in the future. This is the purpose.
Okay.
Okay. The past continuous expresses the duration of a past action and does not indicate whether it is finished. The action is not finished at the moment. The action is continuing. This is
Okay.
the idea. While the past simple refers to a specific action that began and ended in the past. Examples. I worked last Saturday. This is simple past because we can now observe any verb be here in the middle of a sentence. Do you know this? We don't have any verb in the verb to be. It's not
Okay.
here. The most suitable will be here, a young, but it's
Okay.
not possible to say or to add the verb be here. It was snowing at a 4:30 yesterday. It was snowing at 4:30 yesterday. It wasn't over. The person here is saying that an action is happening at the moment that he is talking, but it's in the past.
Okay.
Okay. The differences of the past simple and the past continuous. The past simple describe completed action and the past continuous does not specify whether the action ending or not. This is the differences. I ate hamburger last night. This is simple past. Simple past. But I was talking with my friend yesterday night, but I am not saying that in what time I finish the conversation by phone, okay?
Okay.
This is the difference. The past simple describe completed action and the past continuous doesn't specify whether the action ending or not, but rather emphasizes that they were in progress. Example, I traveled around the whole world. This is simple past. I was traveling around the world, past continuous. Traveling, because traveling is the verb that we add the ing form. This is the difference. Travel here is in simple past. Here, traveling is in past continuous. Okay. For simultaneous action, if the actions are consecutive, the verbs will go in the past simple. Example, as I saw her, I left the room. When I saw her, I left the room. When there is a simple past and a continuous one, the later highlights the durations of the action. As I was watching TV, the telephone rang. When I was watching TV, the phone rang. What is the difference? As and when. This is something similar. The meaning is something similar because I am talking about when I was watching TV, the phone rang. Or when I was watching TV, the telephone rang. This is the same. The same meaning, but different expression. I am using here the comparative as, and in the sentence, in the other sentence, we are using when, okay?
Okay.
If the two actions take place during the same period of time, the past continuous use both. As I was having dinner, she was watching TV. When she was having dinner, she was watching TV. It's the same intention or the same meaning that I am talking about, okay? To talk about habitual action, the past simple is usually used. Example, she visited her parents every day. However, we can use the past continuous to emphasize that the action took place temporally. Example, when I was ill, he was visiting me twice a day. When he was sick, he would visit me twice a day. It is also possible to use the past simple in both. For in narration or stories, the past continuous is used to describe or set an action. Example, he was walking quickly. He was not wearing his glasses. Suddenly, I felt something like that. He was walking fast. He was not wearing his glasses. Suddenly, he fell, something like that. The prime minister died while he was sitting at the desk. The prime minister died while sitting at his table. 5. We state verbs in the past as long as they do not have an special meaning, as occurs in the difference between present, simple, and continuous. Example, I love him, verb past state. I was walking in the park. He was taking a walk in the park, verb voluntary action. She was being silly, and I was being silly, temporary state verb. What is the most important here, Daniel, is that you can identify in what time you are going to use the simple past and in what time you are going to use the past continuous, okay?
Okay.
Remember that a finished action take place when you use simple past. When you use the past continuous, you are talking about something that is happening in the past, but you don't know if this action finish or maybe continues in the present. Okay, this
Okay.
is the difference. Here is maybe an exercise. I'm gonna check. Past continuous or simple past. Can you read here, Daniel?
Okay. Choice and emphasis. Choice of emphasis. Often there is a total difference between the past continuous and the past simple, except that the past continuous suggests that the event were in progress at the time in the past or that they were happening as background or temporary events, whether we choose to use the past continuous or past simple often depend on how we see the past events. Compare, doctors were treating patients in temporary beds and they were trying to do their best in a difficult situation. Past continuous rather choose to show the event as ongoing at the time in the past. Example number 2, doctor treated patient in temporary beds and they try to do their best in a difficult situation. Past simple, rarely choose to show the event as finished. Events in progress in the past. We use the past continuous to talk about events and temporary state that were in progress around a certain time in the past. We use the past simple to talk about events, states, or habits at defined times in the past. Compare at 4 p.m. last Tuesday, I was working in the office. The past continuous emphasize the action or events in progress around the time in the past. The event was in progress at 4 p.m. The event was not complete at that time. The past simple emphasized the event that happened at the definite time in the past. Example number 2, at 4 p.m. last Monday, I finished work early and went home. The focus is not on events in progress, but rather on the whole event. Finishes work, went home. The event were complete at time.
Okay. Here we have in the next activity, a video that you will have time to watch at home by yourself.
Okay.
And we have here a reading. What happened to the Titanic?
Eva story of survival. I was with my parents. My father was going to open a business in
Winnipeg.
Winnipeg.
Okay.
People were saying to my mother and father how fortunate they were to get on the Titanic. I was excited because I was going on a wonderful big ship. I have no fear or
Apprehension?
apprehension or anything. She was very beautiful, luxury beyond words. It was the first time I would be on board a ship. Captain Smith was on the deck and he was very nice. He had a beard like my own grandfather and he admired a doll I had. On the third night, I was so asleep. My mother woke me and said, I'm going to dress you. But before could she
Father?
called by father came back from the deck and said, you will best put this thick coat on. That was all he said. Standing on deck, I couldn't see around the funnel. My father came back and said, the ship has struck an iceberg. My father has no difficulty in putting me and my mother in lifeboat, but he may not often to get in himself. When we were in the water, we could hear people rushing about the deck on the deck. That's when the panic must have started. When they found there weren't any lifeboats left, I was terrified. I didn't know what a shipwreck would mean or how long it would take. But I was too terrified to do anything but try for my father. I knew we will left behind. Let me a minute. I have to connect my charger.
Okay, okay, okay.
Okay.
Okay, continue. Before she sank,
Before she sank, she was a very beautiful ship, stationary on the ocean with all her lights on. It was dreadfully cold, but the sea was the calmest
I
I
ever
will
seen.
ever see. I will ever see. That starlight night was the brightest I will ever see. I looked back and saw the whole of the tragedy. I saw the shipwreck in half, then the
Front.
front part with down and left the stern sticking up in a horrifying fashion. It was enormous. It seems to stick up in the air for a long time, and then it gradually went down, turning over. After that, there was the sound of the whole disaster, and that was people drowning. That is something you could never forget, and the dreadful silence that followed. It seemed as if the whole world was standing still.
Yeah.
It was discovered to my lifeboat was overcrowded, and the officer in charge of the boat decided he would get rid of his load by putting people in the other boats. I got separated from my mother. I didn't find her until the next day. The next day, the iceberg were like white sails in the distance, white yachts with the sun on them. They were very beautiful. They were all around us. The crew of the ship that rescue us was very kind and good to us. We were giving clothes because I will only got my neck clothes and blanket around me. I had nightmare for the time it sank until I was 23 and thought and through and thought
And thought,
I I wouldn't like to say I know frightened
frightening. Yeah.
of the sea. I lost a lot of the horror. I been never been in anything touching the Titanic. Beauty, she was lovely.
Yeah. This is a fascinating story that I had the opportunity to watch it. This movie that was a very dramatic experience that people suffer in 1912. Do you know this? In 1912, this was a terrible experience. That this was a real case. Um, what did you observe in this reading? What kind of grammar did you observe in this?
In this reading,
Yeah,
the reading combine the past continuous and the simple past.
yeah. This is the most important that you have to identify in the middle of the reading. How is the grammar performing in the reading?
Okay.
Okay, here you have a practice exercise. I don't know if you did this exercise. You told me something
Mm,
today in the morning. I don't know.
I realized the decision tree exercise, the 1 and the 2.
Practice exercise
Yes.
and exercise number 3.
Exercise number 3.1 and season 3 exercise 1. I'm already done.
Okay, but remember that you have some time to do all of these all of these exercises. You have only about 4 or 5 days to do it.
Okay.
Okay. We are going to move to the reading the changing world of blogging. Reading the changing world of blogging. It's a short
Okay.
reading. Okay, can you read, please?
Only a few years ago, blogging seemed new and exciting. Now some people are saying it is yesterday's news and that the internet revolution is moving on. The word blog comes from blog, which means an online log on diary. Blogging is interactive and bloggers hope that their readers will respond with interesting posts. In turn, they can respond to this post. Some blogs continue like this for years, whereas
Whereas,
others simple vanish overnight. Blogs are usually started by one person for personal or professional reasons.
okay,
Anyone of
it's free.
Anyone is free to blog. Individuals, celebrities, companies, journalists. When blogging started, it was the first time ordinary people could write whatever they want, and then it published the entire online world to see. Some people have become famous as bloggers, such as Julie Powell. Some celebrities have blogs, such as John Mayer and TV chef uh, Jane
Jamie,
Jaime
no,
Oliver,
Jamie Oliver. Yeah,
Jamie Oliver. Some companies such as Microsoft and Boeing use blogs to communicate with their employees, journalists, and broadcasters. Also,
yeah,
write blogs. These are often on new websites such as tools for the New York Times and CNN. However, things change fast with information technology. For many people, especially young people, social networking sites like Facebook have surprised
no.
blogging,
Subversive
uh,
bloggings in any?
superseded blogging in any case. There have always been far more blogs read than blogs written. Perhaps because some people don't like writing, but developments in technology have changed
Blogging.
blogging too, plus
Okay,
a computer with video
editing.
editing, video editing software. Blogger can turn their blog into video logs or blogs. Some
Yeah,
people think blogging will replace blogging. Others disagree, saying that televisions didn't replace radio and the e-commerce hasn't stopped people from going shopping. What do you think?
okay. I consider this kind of interactive way connect other people in order to create a relationship, an intimate relationship between famous people and also ordinary people. You know, today the access to internet is very easy. In this
Yes.
case, we are connecting through the internet and through this platform Zoom in order to receive the class. And I am teaching you, and also you are receiving my instruction, okay? I
Okay.
consider this kind of platform contribute to increase the idea to connect people in other areas, not only for commercial reason, but also educational reason, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Here you have a video past tense and past perfect. You will have the opportunity to watch by yourself. And
Okay.
here is the exercise number 3, fill in the blanks using the past perfect. But
Okay.
I don't know if we don't have more exercises to do it.
Okay.
Okay, we only have some minutes left in order to finish this session. So the idea is that you can do the exercises at all. I would like you try to do the exercises and don't delay to do it, because maybe
Okay.
the platform can close very early and would be something sorrowful, because if you don't do the exercises, you will have problem with your maybe your qualification, for example, okay? So the
Okay.
idea is that you can enter to the platform and try to do the exercises.
Okay. I'm
Okay,
going to do the exercise tonight at 9 p.m. maybe.
okay, okay. Okay, Daniel, thank you for attending to my this session. So we will have the another tomorrow.
Tomorrow 7 p.m. I think.
Okay, at 7 p.m. Okay, at 7
Okay. See
p.m.
you tomorrow,
Okay.
teacher.
See you tomorrow.
Bye.